One area of interest on Instagram that some of you will probably never use and others of you will use all the time is Instagram DMs. DMs short for direct messages. So you can't really be a social media platform in 2018 without having private messages or direct messages of some form. Twitter has it, Snapchat has it, Facebook, etc. Everybody has their own messaging thing. So not only do you have to keep up with text messages and email messages, you now also have to keep up with messages, private messages on social networks. So the way you access that on Instagram is you can see in the top right corner, I've got that 1 in a red circle. That indicates that I've got a message already. So I've been talking to myself, as you do when you demo software like this. Tap in the right corner there. And from my own business account on Instagram, I have a message. And so if I tap on the word there, view photo, it'll just show me the photo that was sent to me by me. And but I can also tap on the arrow there to see the full thread of the conversation that's happened between myself and I. So starting at the top, I sent a message, you can see here, to myself, my business account, Lemon Productions, saying, hello, you're pretty lemon smelling. Then I replied to that saying, thanks, I think. Then Lemon Productions sent me a photo, and so I can tap that to view the photo, which is just actually some text, and that'll just keep repeating. Then I can also tap and replay that if I want, which is, again, is a setting. When you send someone a photo like that, you can choose how if you want them to be able to replay it or just see it once. I'll demo that in a moment. Tap to make it go away. I also sent myself a photo, a boomerang, basically in line in the messages, and that looks like this, where it's a message that is just keeps going over and over. Awesome. Tap to make that one go away. That one, though, is going to stay there in the message thread forever. And it's because of how I sent it to myself. If I leave the message thread, you'll notice that the one message that I opened that said weirdo, if I leave and then come back in, that message is gone in terms of I can't open it, I can't see it again. Then I sent another text message back and sent a photo from my camera roll. So now I'm on my, just to make sure everybody's clear, it's confusing probably mostly for me. I'm on my demo account here. Top right corner, the sort of paper airplane looking thing is where you get to the messages. From here, you can tap in the top right corner if you want to start a new thread with somebody that you haven't already talked to, and it'll just show you suggested people that you already follow or are friends with on Instagram. Go back and I can go into a thread already. And so my options here are very similar to what else I would see on Instagram before, where I can tap in the bottom left corner and send a photo. And so this is where if I choose a photo, I can do the usual stickers and emoji and writing on it and all that kind of stuff that I can do on Instagram normally. Hit done and add text if I want. Again, hit done. Make that bigger. And so now at the bottom there, you can see I can choose view once, allow replay, or keep it in chat. So the first two options, view once and allow replay, mean once they've viewed them and once they've replayed it and then left the message thread, they won't be able to see that again. Whereas keeping it in chat means it's there permanently, I guess, until you delete the message completely. So that's gone to them. I get a little notification from my other Lemon Productions account saying I've got a photo. I can swipe up to make that go away. I can also type a message, hello, weirdo, hit send, get another notification. And I can tap the camera or photo icon there and send a picture from my camera roll. And you can't do any adjusting or editing to the photo from here. It just is like a quick way to send a message. A photo, sorry. And then you can also just send a heart. So if you're liking what's going on in the messages, for whatever reason, you'd send a heart. And if you were wanting to, just to show you here, if you wanted to, say, send this photo but with some writing on it or add some stickers to it or whatever, you can just tap the camera icon and swipe up from the bottom, and then you have access to all your photos. And then now is where you can add, say, a GIF of, let's see, a desk there, and I can allow a replay, and then I'll get another notification shortly. So that's the way you can use direct messaging at its core. That's the basic way. So back in the message list of any conversations I've had, it's going to suggest one thing to watch. I guess this is sort of what they call a dark user pattern, where they have suggestions of people I should talk to, like my personal account, iChrisV2 there, which it kind of looks like I've already had a conversation with that person, me again, but in reality, it's just a way to try and get you to talk to them. So there isn't actually, they don't know that you're listed on their account and vice versa. You don't have to feel like you're obligated to talk to people, obviously, and it'll suggest brands and business accounts you follow to talk to and things like that. It's kind of just, again, a way to keep engagement on the Instagram platform. If I go and want to send a new message to anybody on my list, I can go into the message like I did before, or down at the bottom there's the camera icon where I can actually, if I just want to send a camera message, a photo, a boomerang, etc., any of the things that we've demoed already. I can do that by, again, choosing view once, allow replay, or keep in chat. So I'll just do the replay. And then now, because I haven't chosen somebody, I haven't picked somebody already, it's going to say send to. So I can choose now to send it to specific people or everybody on my list, or I can actually make a group of people. So if I wanted to make a new group, and this is, again, the name of the group is visible to me, but my personal accounts or whatever we can call it, and add these people to that group, hit next, and then that's now a permanent group that I see that I can just send to. So I can, rather than having to tap both of these accounts together, I can just send that and hit send, and then it's sent to both my accounts. And I can switch now so to see that message, if I go from my message thread, go back to the home screen, and then press and hold on the icon and the avatar in the bottom right corner of your account, and it'll show you a pop-up list of all your accounts. So if I go to my business account again, and then I can see that I've got new messages. So there's one message thread that's just from Chris Testing Instagram. I can go in there and see the photos. I can double tap. I can like that one. Double tap to like the text, and then I can view the video that was sent. And then I can also go back and view the conversation thread, which is called My Personal Accounts. If I tap the I in the bottom top right corner, it'll show me who all is in that group. And so I can see who's there. I can leave the conversation. I could follow somebody else if someone else was added that I'm not aware of who it is. I can also mute notifications from that group if it's a really chatty group and maybe I don't want to see it. I can't change the name of it from here. Oh, maybe I can. Sorry. I don't use the groups thing that much personally, but I guess you could change the name and everybody would obviously see that new name in the groups thread. So there's the video, load it up. So just so you're aware too, if somebody took, I think it's showing a screenshot because I'm recording this video, but if somebody took a screenshot of something you were sharing with another person on Instagram, it'll let you know that. So just to be aware, I guess, that can happen. And obviously people can do what they want with photos that you're sending around on the internet or videos and stuff like that. But it will try and alert you if something like that has happened. When you have just an individual message thread but with another person or account, and the top right there's the I there, and this is where you can also mute notifications. You could follow or unfollow the person, and then you can also block or report an account if somebody's sending you private messages that you haven't requested for whatever reason. That's where you could block and report them. One final thing I'd like to demo for you, but for whatever reason, as soon as I do it, it crashes Instagram while I'm recording the screen, is if somebody has sent you a message. So Lemon Productions has sent me this photo, and what I can do is I can type a message back if I wanted to type something, or if I tap on that camera icon, it'll let me actually superimpose the original photo that they sent me along with a photo that I send back to them. So it's kind of like allows you to reference in case they forget what they sent you. You can tap and show them their photo as well as your photo. But again, for some reason, as soon as I tap this button, it crashes Instagram and forces it to quit. So I'll try it again, but your mileage may vary, hopefully. Boom. Like I said, it's kind of a neat way for you to either include their photo if it was something funny and you want to point to it or draw something on it or whatever, as a way of just keeping the conversation going, and just a neat way to, especially if the conversation happened maybe a few days ago and you want to remind them of the photo they sent or the thing they were showing you, maybe in a store or something, or somewhere that they were at, and you want to reference that photo or video that they sent you. You can do that in that way. One final way you can send a message to direct messages, if you wanted to, instead of just going to the top right into the arrow there, if you go to the top left in the camera view where you normally would add to your stories, you can take pictures here. Let's put a little filter on just for fun. And then instead of tapping on the send to your story, I think I demoed this in the stories feature, but just to highlight it again now that we're talking about direct messages, is you can tap on the bottom right to send to somebody. And here again, you can choose somebody specifically, or one of your groups of threads, or you can start a new group in the top right corner. So I'll just send this to the same one we've been doing. And then now you're back in the messages side of Instagram. So tap in the top left corner to go back, and you're back on the home screen. You can also do something where you send a photo. So let's say I really like this photo of U2's album cover and want to send it to somebody. I can tap on that arrow, the envelope, flying envelope, let's call it. And I could send it to, again, to an individual or to a group, and send it along. That's direct messages on Instagram. Hopefully that helps you out, and good luck messaging.